Good afternoon. I'm Nikki Stimpson, broadcasting to you from GBTA Conference here in Hamburg. And today I'm delighted to be joined by Fabio Griemens, Commercial Director of FREENOW for Business. Fabio, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
So you recently completed some research with GBTA. Can you share a little bit more about that?
Yeah, happy to. So we actually work with GBTA to contact over 2,500 travel managers and business travelers to better understand their travel preferences, their challenges, and to understand a bit more what we can do to provide a compelling offering. And we actually did this kind of research already in 2020, so It's a continuation of this survey. And we actually got some really interesting insights, which helped us understand where the business travel industry is going, what the challenges are that we need to then close the gap on, and how much has actually changed since 2020. So it's quite interesting to read through it.
Oh, fantastic. So are you able to share a few of those insights that you found?
Yeah, of course. So in this research, we actually got a hold of three major challenges that travel managers seem to be facing. So the first one is traveler satisfaction. We learned that while companies are quite happy with how their travelers adapt to the travel policies and the travel policy compliance, there seems to be a correlation between how much travelers comply and how happy they are with the travel process. And we learned things like, they sometimes feel the processes are a bit clumsy, that the portals they're using are a bit, outdated, that it takes a long time to get travel approvals or then also the expense process reimbursed. This traveler satisfaction was one thing that we noticed the travelers are not too happy about. The second thing was all about reporting. And it's something that we're actually noticing here as well when talking to prospects and customers at the GBTA. They're actually telling us that they have these hefty target emission and spend reduction targets over their head. Like, hey, Fabio, I need to reduce my carbon emissions by 20% over the next, 1.5 years. But I have two problems, they usually say, and this came also from the survey. First, they don't know where they're at right now, so they have a difficulty tracking the carbon emission and the ground transportation spend. And second of all, if they don't know where they're at right now, they don't know what they need to do to improve from there. So reporting is a big deal. And the third thing that we noticed was all about sustainability. Yes, it's a buzzword, but it really seems to strike a nerve with many travel managers because they feel that a lot of they made a big progress since 2020. They actually say 4 out of 10 travel managers say that they've made a big step towards the right direction when it comes to their green energy and travel programs. They feel that they're still lacking the knowledge, the data, the right suppliers to really make a dent in becoming greener and to also incentivize the travelers to take the right modes of transportation to get from A to B for business travel purposes. So these were three out of a lot of different insights that we generated from this white paper.
Interesting. And are there any particular points that really stuck out that surprised you from the research? Anything that...
Yeah, actually reading through it, there was one thing that really surprised me, which was the travelers' priorities. So we asked them, what is the number one thing that you have in mind when you travel for business?
Right.
What do you think they said?
I have no idea, but I'm sure you're going to...
So you would think that they think about, the most convenient travel options, or where can I get the most loyalty points or something. But 1 out of 3 actually said that they are very careful when choosing a supplier, when choosing ground transportation, to keep the costs for the company down, which surprised me. The second thing was comfort. So they were cost conscious, which I didn't expect, to be honest. The second thing was the comfort, right? Yep. And the third thing was sustainability. And there were actually a lot of differences between the different demographics in the different countries because we surveyed this to, I think, 7 countries across Europe. And I was very proud of the answers that especially the German travelers gave because they actually had sustainability at the forefront of attention. Something that I'm personally very passionate about, FREENOW is very passionate about, and we're passionate about helping our customers and prospects bring down the carbon emissions in their ground transportation programs. Especially the cost consciousness of travelers was something I didn't really have on my radar, to be honest.
Oh, good to hear.
Yeah.
And where can our listeners get hold of this report if they are interested in learning a little bit more about the research that you've done?
You can actually find it on the GBTA website. You can find it on the FREENOW website, in our blogs. If someone has an interest in building out their travel and ground transportation programs, they can check it out, download the white paper, and get informed about what travel managers and travelers actually keen to find in their travel policies going forward.
Great. Thank you, Fabio, for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
This is Nikki Stimpson from the GBTA broadcast studio here at GBTA Conference in Hamburg. Thanks for tuning in.